Hello, today we're cooking a prime rib. I've never cooked one in the grill before, but let's give it a try. Let me show you what I did today. We're just doing some cooking today. We're going to cook some prime rib, but right now we're going to light the grill. I love to use tumbleweeds. The tumbleweeds are really good. They're royal oak, really cute. And we put them in the grill here. I've got one already in here. And the tumbleweed catches on fire. And here we go. The wind's not blowing today, so I'm just going to let it sit there. Take about an hour for my grill to get the temperature we want. We're cooking a day, and I'm going to go get it set up while my fire's getting hot. Let's make this happen here. We got a prime rib right here. This is almost 6 pounds. It's 5.9 pounds of prime rib. Publix runs these on sale every Christmas, so we grabbed a few this year, got it ready to go, and we're going to season it up and put it on the grill. Right now, I'm going to inject it with some beef bouillon. That don't sound right, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How did she make it?
Okay, we bouillon, is that? No, that don't sound right. Anyway, so we made this up. We got it bought it in a little organic jar because it's got less seasoning and stuff in it, less stuff in the side. We brought it to boiling water, 1 cup of boiling water to 1 teaspoon of the concentrate. And so now we've done that this morning, so now we've let it cool off. And so we're getting ready to inject this. So this is just an injector. And I inject a lot of meats and different things. But we're going to inject this one. We're going to start with the fat side up when we get to the grill to start with today. But right now we're just putting some juice in it. Just bear with us a few minutes. You see how it's squirting out of here? It's working, right? Woo! Turn it over. We'll come back to the side. Let's go one more time. I think that's enough juice. I'm going to save this. We're just going to pour this in the pan here when we get done. For now, we're going to put some kosher salt on here. And luckily, the wind's not blowing. And we're going to salt all sides. And when we get to the grill, we're going to that's a kosher salt. This is a garlic powder. We'll have all this in the description so you can see as well. And then we got black pepper, of course. 3 main ingredients. We want to do a lot of black pepper because it really gives it a little more flavor. We're going to cook this thing about 2.5 to 4 hours. We cook it by temperature, so we don't know exactly how long it's going to take. So whenever, that's according to how the grill temperature stays, and of course your thickness of the meat. And some garlic salt. And the wind is blowing a little. I've got it on a rack in the pan because I don't want it buried down on the pan and all the way down. So we've got a little rack in here that holds it up off the bottom of the pan. That'll also allow our smoke to get down to the sides as well. And more black pepper. We're going to do all the same thing. We're not going to season it, but when we get on the grill, the hot part of the grill, we're going to sear this thing all the way around. And then we're going to put it down to the indirect heat off of the fire. and let it do its thing. And I've got a meat thermometer here we're going to stick in it, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So a little more salt. This is called a meter. Yep, M-E-A-T-E-R. I'll show you a link to that as well. It's got a line on it right here. It's wireless. It's got a line on it. We're going to insert it in the fat part of the biggest part of the meat right here to that line. What's going to tell me this has to be close to the grill because that's where the wireless is going to. This is going to tell me the temperature of the meat internally. And this part right here is going to tell me the grill temperature. And as it gets started cooking, as that thing starts rising its temperature, we're going to pull it today at 128. It's going to be a medium. No, it's going to really be rare on the rare side. We'll put it at 128, let it sit for a couple hours. But anyway, that tells me the temperature of the grill. So let's get the grill ready. We're going to put it on the grill. We got the grill up to temp. As you see, I was asked a while ago, how do I know when the grill's ready? We're looking at these white charcoal here, and I'm using charcoal, and it's really flaming up really well. You want it to be very hot because we want it to sear. Now we're going to cook down there. We're going to put it back on the pan just like we got it, and we're going to cook on that in what we call indirect heat. But right now we're going to get this thing seared because I want to sear all the juices in, and it just locks the flavor in. Also gives it a little sear. And if it's not really what we want by the end, we may do a reverse sear and do a little more. But right now, let's just do it this way. So this is our meat. You see the side here, and we go straight in on that hot fire. You hear that? Got a nice sizzle to it. It's cooking. We're gonna let it sit there for a minute. We're gonna do that on all 6 sides. Top, bottom, left, right. We're gonna try to get all the sides seared. In fact, these are cooking gloves, sanitary gloves, so you don't get your hands in the meat and stuff. This here is over the top of these gloves for it's the high heat. It keeps these from burning. Otherwise, I could take a chance of burning those grills. People do it both ways. They put this on and put the black ones over the top. I just kind of like the feel of that meat there. And these are washable. These are not. These are disposable. So we got a bunch of those. And I have to have a rack right here. Got to be careful with this because this is hot. Let's see what happens when we turn it. Yeah, you see that sear? Got a little sear there. Let's put it back on here. Your grill's real hot right now, so we got a high temperature. Now, and you seen me put the probe in earlier. I took the probe out of it right now because I don't want to mess up my probe. And I'll show you when we get that back in. I'll even take a video of the screenshot of it and show you how it's operating a little bit later on. We're just waiting. Can't get in a hurry when you're cooking on a charcoal grill. I hear that sound. It sounds so good. Haven't done one of these before, so I hope it turns out right. See that sear? We're getting there. Let's do the fat side. No offense, but it does have some fat on it. But that's what you want. That's where we get our good juices as well. So. Also, it's not kind of like flipping hamburgers. When you're flipping hamburgers or steaks, you want to go to a different part of your grill because this is cooling off my grate. It's cooling off my grate right now. So when you take and flip a steak, you want to move over just a little bit. Still want to be in the hot part of the grill, but at the same time, you don't want to be on that same meal because it's going to be a little bit cooler temperature than it was. You don't get quite that sear. This is working out nicely. Oh, just burnt one of the strings off. 2 of them. There's another one gone. That's okay, we don't need them. It's not gonna go anywhere, right? All right. This is my fat side. Right there. Remember we started out with a meter. I got a little line right here. It's gonna go right in here. And I hit a bone. And it goes right to that line right there. There's a little line right there. You can't see that, but I can. And we're gonna put this in here, and now we go into the grill on the on the low end side. We're gonna close this. We're gonna cook it about 250 to 300, and we're gonna pinch this down to right about there. And everything else should be set. And I'm gonna go grab the peach wood and put in here, and then we're gonna wait. I'm not sponsored, but my wife just bought this for my Christmas present because it's one of the things I've been wanting. And when you're cooking a prime rib or anything, and it's like being in an oven, but we're in a grill, I don't want to open that lid and let all the temperature out. I want that temperature to stay solid so I get a good crust on the outside. We call it a sear or crust or bark, whichever one you want to call it, but that's what I'm looking for, so I don't want to open that lid and let my heat out. One of these, and I'll put it in the link in the description.
Okay.
We got the probe in the meat over here, and this is kind of neat. This is the internal temperature. We've only been on a few minutes. We're 54 degrees. I'm shooting for 128 when it's done, and my grill is holding at 255 degrees. And it's gonna tell me as it starts rising, as it starts cooking, it will tell me the time and how long it's gonna be before it gets to that 128. So this is really a neat gadget. And it's wireless, I don't have to stay here. I think this one's good for 600 feet. You can spend a little bit more money and get one that's Wi-Fi, so you can go to town and come back. You can still keep reading your temperature from anywhere you got Wi-Fi. Look at this. We have a prime rib. It's heavy. Let's see, we're going across the grain. We've just got to see where we at. We got a bone. I think it turned out okay. All right, it looks good. What a piece of meat. We brought the temperature up to 128 today, and it's been resting for about an hour now. And we're slicing it off. I thought it was gonna be a little underdone, but it seems to be okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. What do you think?